Hari Om. Begin each day listening to the most auspicious sound in the universe. In Sanskrit, guna means rope. Whether you are tied with a gold chain, iron chain, or a jute rope, you are bound. How to be free? Yoga of Three Gunas. Chapter 14, Shloka 1. Blessed Lord said, I will again declare to you that supreme knowledge, best of all knowledges, having known which all the sages have attained supreme perfection after this life.
Chapter 14, Shloka 1. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Param Bhoya Pravakshyami Jnananam Jnanamuttamam Yajñātva Munayas Sarve Param Siddhim Ito Gatha.
Chapter 14, Shloka 1. We have learnt so far that spirit functioning through matter brings forth the expression of an individual who lives his experiences in the world. Scientists tell us that matter is the same everywhere. The spiritual masters of all times have declared that the spirit, the vitalizing principle in matter, is the same everywhere. Then, why is there so much variety in the universe? In the previous chapter, it was indicated that the Purusha, seated in matter, experiences the gunas born of matter, like the same Ganges water when poured in different bottles. Each one look different from the other, not because the waters are different, but because of the shape and color of the bottles or the quality of the bottles. Similarly, the one eternal principle expresses itself in the various matter equipments as different individuals, even though the elements that constitute matter are one and the same everywhere. Due to the gunas born of Prakriti. In Gita, the term guna indicates not the properties of a material, but the attitude with which the mind functions. The psychological being comes under three different climatic conditions present in our heart. These three are called the gunas: unactivity, sattva; activity, rajas; and inactivity, tamas. All three are always present in every bosom, but from man to man their proportion slightly differs, causing differences in character, conduct, and behavior of each individual. In this chapter, we learn the nature and behavior of these gunas, how to detect the most powerful tendency under which we are forced to function in the world outside and how to control them for a righteous living in self-control and in serene purity. Lord says that he who identifies himself with his outward personality and suffers has to be reminded again and again that he is the infinite, the divine, unless he apprehends sufficiently. He also says that the supreme knowledge is the best amongst all knowledges, knowing which supreme perfection is attained. A correct understanding of the supreme theme, a precise knowledge of the gunas, knowledge of the path, the possible dangers en route, and the difficulties that might rise, equips the seeker to meet all dangers. The perfection can be gained here and now by serious seekers after they have ended their egocentric misconceptions of life. The individual remains the same, only their status changes. Through right reflection and true understanding, false values of life end, and in the new-found wisdom, a life of greater equanimity can be lived. Knowledge of the gunas helps the individual to avoid the destructive influences of any of these gunas and maintain the serene equilibrium. Learn more in the next shloka in the next video. To understand Gita, join Chinmaya Mission study group in your area. There are over 300 Chinmaya Mission centers in the world. Kindle Life is the first text prescribed in the scheme of study by Swami Chinmayananda himself. Watch Ranjod Kalra's videos on Kindle Life online. See this video clipping again and again till you can answer the following questions.